Guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be doing something a little bit different here. We are going to be testing a theory that I've had every single time that I've brought my recently purchased Smith Wesson Model 60 357 Magnum J frame out to the range. And what I've noticed over the past couple times that I've actually shot this pistol was that regardless of whether I'm running 38s or 37s, at fairly close distances even, this pistol appears to be hitting like a lot to the right. And you can see the target right over here. That is down there at between 15 and 17 yards. And I'm going to be shooting off of this actual pistol rest here behind me just to take out any kind of error in the equation. And we're going to see just where this thing hits. Now, I will say whether I've run 38s or 357s, I've noticed this anomaly where it hits significantly to the right. If I take a look at it here, and let me zoom you guys in a little closer. Again, this is unloaded. I'm on a private range. You take a look at it here. Everything appears to be in order. Like, I don't think there's anything visibly wrong with this. However, with the amount that it hits to the right, I'm kind of unhappy with it at this point. I want to take out any kind of last error variables and just test it here on the range. So without any further ado, I'm going to put you guys on the tripod over here. Of course, I've got the GoPro on, so you guys are seeing live footage. Let's put some rounds down range here and just confirm where this is actually hitting. I'm going to be running 158 grain semi-wad cutters, which for those of you who run 38 or 57 J-frames, this is a very common load, and it's something that it should be able to hit point of aim, point of impact with. So without any further ado, let's get you guys on the tripod. And let's get to it. Alrighty, and hopefully you guys are able to see that nice and clear from right there. For this first group, I'm just going to be holding dead center on that silhouette. And 5. All right. Settled, and I know this is going to absolutely blast my rest here with the gas going by the forcing cone, but that's okay. And we are going to do these in single action mode as well. And 5. All right. We are clear. And let me spin you guys around here and take a look at that group just in case the wind comes. You can see here that is way off to the right. Alrighty, 5 more shots going hot. That one to the left, that one is the one that's in the center square box. And let's spin you guys back around. And of course, the wind tipped the target stand over. Well, We are unloaded and clear. Let's walk down range and take a look at that target. Alrighty guys, officially picked the target back up. Apologies for the kind of rowdy background. It's the only thing out here at the moment that I had to attach it to. If we take a look at this grouping, of course, I am aiming obviously right here in the center, and we are hitting, unfortunately, I don't have anything with me to measure it, but if we take a look, the majority of that group is over here. And of course, that is in relation to the size of my hand, and I'm shooting here at right between 15 and 16 yards. Well, you might say the Model 60 is really intended, as most J-frames are intended, as just a get-off-me gun for, you know, up-in and close use, right? Well, that's not necessarily the case. And the Model 60s, I believe, are currently going for somewhere around, well, I hope that doesn't put my target off, for around the $800 to $850, I believe, dollar range. And for that kind of price point, I would expect this pistol to be giving a lot closer to point of aim. Like I said, it's been that consistently to the right with pretty much any ammo that I have tested so far. Let's step back there to the firing bench. I'm going to go for some headshots and just see, you know, if I'm holding dead smack on the center of that head, how close can we get it? Okay guys, so apologies for the interruption. It is incredibly windy out here today, if you guys haven't noticed that already, and it absolutely tore the target off of this snow fence backer. So I have opted to stick it to one of the shootable barrels over here. A little bit lower, but hopefully this will let you guys actually see where and how it's hitting if you were attempting to make any kind of headshots. So without any further ado, let's get back here on the bench and let's get to it. Now I will zoom in here so you guys can actually see the barrel while I'm shooting. Alrighty guys, and we are officially on for the head box. So without any further ado, there's 5. Alrighty, and for good measure, let's just do 5 more, shall we? And that was the last of those 5. As you guys can see here, from that's actually probably closer to 14 yards away, that group is off by a significant amount. And of course that was holding, okay, my fingers definitely gonna blur this out, dead center in the center of that head box. So obviously at this close a distance, that is not acceptable for self-defense. You guys know that I like to shoot distance. So down there you can see the 50-yard line that I have in camera now, and I expect any handgun that I carry for self-defense to be able to hit a competition silhouette at that 50-yard distance. Now if we look down here, you can tell that at 15 yards, that is already better part of a third or so of the way across that silhouette. In my mind, that is unacceptable. So what are my next steps? What do I plan on doing from here? Well, this Model 60 does shoot mechanically well, and I would love for this to become part of my everyday carry rotation. However, due to the fact that it's hitting so far off and the sight does not appear, you know, really damaged or anything in any way, I'm honestly not sure. I am going to reach out to Smith & Wesson's customer service, see if they can actually take this guy in and maybe do some warranty examination on it and see what they tell me. However, I have read in some of the forums guys saying about the barrels on the Model 60 357s being slightly overclocked and causing, you know, a shift of the sight or something with the barrel misalignment causing accuracy issues. If anybody from Smith & Wesson is watching this video, please leave a comment down below. Reach out to me at thereloadingcraft@gmail.com. I would love to get this sorted out and be able to actually recommend and use this revolver. Like I said, right now, that's not something that I can do. And if you guys are wondering, I do have a good bit of revolver shooting experience. I'll throw in some clips here. A lot of the precision rimfire shooting I do with this revolver, and I actually learned how to properly shoot on a Smith & Wesson Model 19 K-frame. And that is an absolute amazing revolver and something that to this day I really enjoy shooting. I would love to be able to say the same about this Model 60. So we're going to leave it at that. Smith & Wesson, if you are watching this, please get a hold of me. Let's get this thing figured out. And I would love to be able to post a customer service success story here on YouTube for you guys as well. So we're going to see how Smith & Wesson handles this and kind of go from there. And because statistically speaking, having more shots is better, I decided to fire an additional between 75 and 100 rounds here. Freehand, a mix of both double and single action. There's also, I did some one hand in here just to give us more data on that target of if I am holding a, you know, proper center of target, normal, proper sight picture, whereabouts are these shots landing. And you'll notice they are hitting right. Typically for a right-handed shooter, if you're flinching, you're going to see those shots low and left, which of course these guys are not. Let's check out the target. And walking up to our target here, you guys can see just the concentration of hits there towards the actual right side of the target. Now the couple hits that you see over here were me actively holding over in here just to be able to land some center hits. And you can see that bench actually looks further away than it even is. Like I said, that is only about 14 yards away. From this distance, I should expect with pretty much any pistol that I pick up to easily be able to hit a like tennis ball sized target. Although you can see here, that's about a tennis ball sized target. Of course, I was rapid firing here at the end, but we're like that far off from where the sights should be zero. If this model had adjustable sights, this would be something as simple as just drifting sights to match. Although with how much it's out in relation to the actual rear sight, I don't even know if you could get it that close, which leads me to believe that there's some kind of issue from the factory. So that about does it for this video. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think, or if you have had any issues with a Smith & Wesson 357 or 38J frame and it hitting so much to one side over the other. Thank you guys always for watching. Stay safe out there. Keep on reloading. I've got 5 shots 357 to reload, and I'll catch you guys later. Thanks as always.